Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Here it is. Relatively close to the last one I released. I told you I'm turning over a new leaf here. Oh yeah, back by popular demand. So I want to start out with some comments from the last video, and here's the first one. The last video was all over the place, felt chaotic. I appreciate the upload though, and hope to see more in the future. Well, I'm not even going to try to say that. Here is a more organized video. I put some thought into it. So the person doing the recording, his name's Chris. He's a good friend of mine. You will be seeing a lot of him. I'm doing like some business stuff with him, and he's one of my best friends, and it's going to be great. More on that soon. It was his first time recording. He was in a hurry. Originally, like, we were going to hang out all day and chat a little bit and record a little bit here and there. But, you know, he's got kids, and obviously they come first. So he was over for a hot minute. We were rushed. That's why that happened. I remembered afterwards, after seeing everybody's comments, I was like, oh, wait, now I remember what we used to do behind the scenes before we started recording. We talk about things and get an outline, and it wouldn't be so chaotic. But that's, so, you know, moving forward, and we'll try to improve on that. Thanks for the comment. And the second comment here: do you still drink the nectar of the gods? I must know. And I said, no, I don't. I gave it up. I gave it up years ago. Gave it up. Jeez, when was that? Maybe like four or 5 years now. And when I stopped drinking soda, because I was drinking like a 2 liter every other day. So I drink a 2 liter in 2 days of Coca-Cola. And when I stopped drinking that soda, I dropped 20 pounds in 30 days. So I highly recommend, Peter, that you do the same. And I hope there's a lot of other options out there. Like, oh, here's one. This Zevia soda. Like, I drink these because it's sweetened with stevia, which doesn't trigger an insulin response. Yeah, it's amazing what happened to my body after I stopped, drinking that much liquid sugar. So, hope to hear from you soon. And then Raphael, so glad to hear you're in good health. Loved your content with Swifty back when I was a teenager. Definitely inspired me to live a healthier and happier life. I still tell people your spider stories. You told in your eye videos back then, AC baby spiders and the stare down with the banana spider. Those stories are engraved in my memory. Oh, thanks, man. That's great. Well, I'm literally a few days before you post the video. Blessed, bro. The small things make this crazy world worth it. Wow. Well, this is one of the many comments that really warmed my heart. I'm glad that I was able to be a positive force in your life, and I hope to be that way again now that I've got all of my stuff together. So I hope to continue to make a bunch of content that what's the expression, a rising tide lifts all boats, right? So I got a lot of content coming up to hopefully help a lot of people. We're not ready for that yet. And then there was the laptop screen here. All of these comments. You guys are awesome. Like, for me to not post any content on my channel, and then to post that, last video, very rushed, even disorganized, like, the outpouring of support is just great. You folks are awesome. This is why I came back, right? Is because I knew there were all of you out there that really wanted to see me generate some content again, and I never gave up on it despite all the other hardships. I always knew I'd get back to it one day. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm glad you folks are here to be a part of it, especially right at the beginning, because I got some big plans. In fact, let's get into those. So let's do. So the first thing I want to talk about actually is, thanks for all the well wishes. I feel like I owe you folks a bit of an explanation, kind of with what was going on. So Oh, I don't know. The problem started so long ago now, and it was just so gradual over time, and things just got worse and worse and worse. So what I'm talking about is, like, I was anxious and depressed all the time. I never had any energy. It took forever for me to like crawl up, get out of bed. Every day was a struggle. And I actually went to get some cognitive behavioral therapy because, why am I depressed all the time? Let's talk this out. Let's figure this out. So, I worked through some issues. I had some stuff going on. I had some baggage. And I got through that and started, feeling a little bit better. Like, I mean, everything with the anxiety and the depression was managed, right? I was dealing with it. I was living with it. It wasn't debilitating to the point where I couldn't do my job, but it was right there at the line. Like I said, every day was a struggle, and then I find out I have cancer, and then we have the cancer removed, and I find out that I have what's called hypogonadism, which is your primary sex hormone, in this case testosterone, is severely lacking. So a male my age is supposed to have a T serum level, somewhere between, I think it's like 500 and 1200, something like that. And mine was 300 after the surgery. So I had absolutely no, barely any hormones in me whatsoever. And then, going through the testosterone replacement therapy was interesting because my hormones were shifting a lot. I first started out doing the testosterone replacement therapy. We didn't have any anti-estrogen medication because there was no estrogen in my body. Like my endocrine system was not producing any. And it took a couple of months to get the dosage dialed in for the testosterone. When we finally did, I started feeling better. And then I started getting really emotional. And I started again being upset, and like the slightest thing would set me off. And I got my blood test every 2 months, and the doctor called me and said, "Hey, your estrogen levels are about 6,000% higher than they should be. So I guess your body is finally responding to the testosterone. Let's get you some anti-estrogen medication." So, I have a new respect for the fairer sex after having gone through all of those hormone imbalances, let's say. Very, very eye-opening. And hope to, I don't know, maybe we'll make a video where I talk about all this kind of stuff in depth. I do want to move on though, because we got, what I thought I was doing great. Like I had my testosterone back. I was feeling somewhat better. Still kind of tired. Things were still a struggle. So I go back to the doctor thinking, hey, I got, I thought it was my hormones, and I'm still experiencing all these symptoms, still tired all the time. Everything's a struggle. I get anxious, right? So we end up doing a sleep study, and come to find out I have severe sleep apnea, which means I was never getting any deep sleep. So there's a bunch of different stages to sleep, and I was never getting past 2. and the restful and muscle recovery stuff is down in 3 and 4, and I think if I'm not mistaken, there's a 5th one. So because I was never getting the rest I needed, oh man, I tried to hit the gym so many times while I was sick, suffering from the hypogonadism and suffering from the sleep apnea, not even knowing it. Like I would force myself to go to the gym like 3 times a week. And I'd be able to do it for 4 months, and then I would just fall out. Like I would forget who I was talking to or what I was saying to people. Like I was just a walking zombie. So I stopped. And in between all of this time, like I was still trying to put out a video here, put out a video there, but everything was just so wrong, right? And I just couldn't. I knew I had to kind of let it go if I was ever going to come back to it. So that was the period of just not uploading everything. It was just 100% focused on getting better. Here we are. And, now I'm actually starting to fill out again. And I feel a hell of a lot better than I did. Let's put it that way. And now that I'm better, I'm ready to start doing videos again. But I've still, I've got a full-time job, and I enjoy it immensely. I'm picking up a lot of skill sets that are directly applicable to doing some video production, and I've learned a lot of business acumen and project management since the last time I started doing video production. So I have all these other skill sets that are going to help facilitate all of these personal projects that I want to do. So yeah, let's talk about content creation. So the thing that I eventually want to do is big major film production. Like we'll have a scene where there's like 200 extras, right? And they're all doing like the big battle scene or whatever. And that'll be the money shot where we spend all our money. And then everything else will be, smaller scale to lead up to it, right? But to do that, oh my gosh, there are so many things that I need to do and figure out for myself and for my production company that I'm going to start before, right now, here it is, before we do something really, really big like that, right? I'm going to need, here, let's take a look. Got here at the top, physical training, right? So Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren, like these guys. I watched these 80s action movies, early 90s action movies. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You have to get like, Sylvester Stallone got all buff and did bodybuilding, and then he made the Rocky movies. So, like, that's cool. I want to do that. and now that I'm doing testosterone replacement therapy, if I'm sticking myself with a needle, I may as well get the guns to go with it. Okay. So to do the physical training also allows me to do stunts, and there's stunts and practical. I'm skipping ahead of here. Let's stick with props and costumes. Like, we got to make props. We got to make, like, if I'm going to make a 40K short film, I need to make a las rifle. And the las rifle, needs to be more than just, a Nerf gun with some fucking spray paint on it, right? That thing needs to, like, eject a power cell, and we need to figure out how to get the barrel to smoke or something. And, those are like the practical effects on the prop, right? So we make the prop, like we make the laser gun, and these are all just small little video projects, right? Because I need to figure out, okay, well, how do I build a prop? Because I need to mass produce it. If I'm going to have a big scene with like 200 people, then, so I've got to, this will help me figure all this out. And this is the content that I'm going to be making, is all this stuff leading up to that, right? Practical effects. So practical effects are cool because we'll get into pyrotechnics. Like, we'll actually blow some shit up. We'll get into, we can figure out all different kinds of explosions. We'll blow up an old car in a chase scene or something. It'll be fucking great. And there's a lot of safety involved in that, a lot of procedure, and I'm all very excited to get into it and make some content with that. Then there's the sound effects, right? There's the sound department. When you're making a movie, you got to have the sound edited correctly. You've got like ADR, which is re-recording all of the lines with the actors watching themselves and doing it again. But this time, it's not from a boom mic. Sometimes you might be able to hide a throat mic or something on them, but it depends. So sound is very important. Music, all that kind of stuff. Special effects. So, we build the prop las gun, and then we do the practical effects where, like, the sparks go off here, right? But then you need to give that to a graphics artist, and the graphics artist needs to put the laser, right? And then the sound effects need to go, along with the special graphics effects. So all of these things are just meshing together, and just a lot of different content that we can make. There's techniques and equipment, so we're gonna have to get there's like a crane shot, there's drone shots, there's dolly shots, there's handheld shots, different cameras. We need multiple cameras rolling at the same time so we can get the different angles and not have to do so many takes, and we can evaluate I'm looking forward to evaluating like what type of equipment to get, for what level of production, things like that. I The other thing here is music videos. I like to sing. I do pretty good at karaoke, and I'm gonna take some voice lessons and things like that. And as part of ramping up, the thing that I like about music videos is they are this little self-contained project. And from watching my World of Warcraft videos, I love to edit things along to the music. Like that's my thing. I like that. I like it when those two are tight together, right? So let's see. Check my notes here. Make sure I covered everything. So yeah, some of the smaller projects we can do leading up until we get to where we're gonna do, the whole big shebang. Where we spend a ton of money, all that stuff. That takes months and months of planning, scouting locations, hiring people that'll show up. So it's safety, right, for some of the action shots and the stunt shots and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to putting all that together, but it's going to take a lot of time. So in the meantime, what do? We make some music videos, right? Because you put all the disciplines that I just listed together in a music video, and then there, like we've refined, we've developed and refined some skill sets. So we do a couple music videos. Taking the voice lessons. One of the other things I could do is I freaking love audiobooks. I love them so much, especially if the narrator is really good. And if you want to look something up, go look up any Warhammer 40,000 novel read by Toby Longworth or Jonathan Keeble. Those guys are fucking badass. They can do all these different voices. I don't get confused with who they are, with which character they're trying to do. There's a bunch of little things that they do to make each character a little different. I find that absolutely fascinating. The way the cadence of their voice goes, the way they pronounce it, all the different, ways you can manipulate your voice. Like I'm pretty good at Marvin the Martian. Where was the kaboom? There was supposed to be a giant earth-shattering kaboom. So I could do like a couple other impressions. Like this, Morty. You see, you got to be able to impersonate. So I'll have to work on that. But it's a hobby of mine would be to do some voice acting and really and I could share some of my favorite books with you because I love to read. I really do. So I think exposing a bunch of people to some of those works and then having a fun time doing it, that seems that seems like a good time. Like some content that will help me practice a bunch. Easy to make, but it'll help me practice, and it's something I love, and I can hopefully expose a bunch of people to it who also love it as much as I do, if not more. So voice acting, obviously with all the physical training, I'll do some videos on meal prep and the physical training. Meal prep's a big thing. I've got to be really productive. Like I've got to organize the hell out of my life to be able to do this because I work a full-time job, and then I'm basically going to be starting my own business, doing all this video production stuff, right? So in order for me to do that, I got to be operating at peak efficiency, especially if I want to do, all these stunts and this physical training and things like that. So we can talk about also, how I organize my life to try and be productive, right? It doesn't always work. I don't get up out of bed every morning at 6 a.m. to jog, though I should, right? Fasted cardio is important. But maybe soon we'll get there. Maybe I'll get to where I'm posting a post on like social media daily, holding myself accountable to you guys, right? Like, okay, I'm getting up this morning. I'm going to do my fasted cardio. Okay, I had my breakfast, and I'm gonna go lift, right? That'll probably be coming soon. So meal prep, physical training. In addition to the music videos, there's all different kind of like little action shorts I could do. I have all these cool ideas of just like playing around with special effects. We could do these little vignettes of like in a costume. We could do, I don't know, I'm just thinking of some cool stuff, like a quick little, 60 to 90 second wizard battle, right? But we spend a decent amount of effort and time on making the effects look really cool, and the props and the set and all that kind of stuff, right? We could even do like Oh shit. Well, I don't know. Okay. Okay. The thing I'm thinking of, because I don't want you guys to be like, oh, come on, next, tell us what it is. Um, Live action Gundam movie. Yeah. Yeah. Stardust 0083 is my favorite. Um, so we might do something similar to that. I'm just talking about things that could be coming out. And obviously, before anyone makes a post about the fucking Skyrim video, I'm going to make the Skyrim video. My friend Chris hasn't ever played Skyrim, and he just bought this crazy amazing computer, so we can do this whole thing out of how I mod it, and then we can live stream him playing it, because it'll be a first time playing it. I'll just sit on the couch, talk to you guys. You can watch him play. That'll be fun. So we'll work something out there. Skill set development, I already kind of talked about that. More, just project management, how to get organized and get things rolling, basically. I'd like I want to kind of use my journey and way through this to maybe show you the viewers a path forward for doing something you want to love. Right? It takes a lot of work, and there's no beating around the bush. But I want to show people, if you put in the work and you work smart, not hard. Sometimes you got to work a little hard. But yeah, I want everybody to be successful in whatever it is they're trying to do. Now I'm trying to do it with a positive message and get an artistic outlet through some video production. But I'm sure there's a bunch of other things that we can apply some of the skill sets that I'll be covering too. Okay, so next steps, let's wrap it up. Yeah, I guess the next thing I'll do is the physical training. Let me figure out a cadence and what social media site I'm going to be posting on. And I think what we'll start doing is me holding myself accountable to you guys by always posting when I go to the gym. Because if I do that and then I skip out, I'm going to feel like a piece of shit. Because I feel like, especially everybody watching this video right now, everybody, I posted everybody that left a comment on the last video, and all of you still checking this channel, damn, you guys are freaking awesome. I owe you a lot for still being here, basically. So I want to make it worth your, I want to make the wait worth the while. I'm going to bust my ass. All right. Okay. All right. I'll get another video out soon with another status update. Probably makes sense to, maybe I'll show you guys some, we'll maybe do a Nexius IRL thing next. I'll just kind of show you guys how I currently live and stuff now that I'm kind of putting my life back together. The physical training, actually, I have a ton of mobility problems. My hips are super tight. I can't do a squat properly. So I need to spend a couple of weeks, if not 2 or 3 months, at a chiropractor / physical therapist / whatever, to do all of this stretching and all of this kind of crap, just so I can get my hips not unscrewed. So we'll do a video on that, because there's I am starting to get healthy, but I have really, really far to go. So we can talk about that too. Even if we can go in depth about the sleep apnea and the hormone therapy and all that kind of stuff, if it helps anybody, right? So we'll get into that. I guess that's it. Check my notes here. I'm taking daily videos, posting my routine. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I think that about covers it. I hope you folks enjoyed the video. I tried to make it a little bit more organized, had my outline. I hope I've kind of gotten my vision across to you folks, and I will be posting again very soon with an IRL update, and we'll take it from there. So I hope you folks have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.